Once you realize your value, you will be greatly surprised at what you used to settle for. The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Inwardly, everything should be different, but our outward face should conform with the crowd. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Your friends' problems become your problems. The smaller your social circle, the fewer problems you have. Anyone who can make you angry becomes your master. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. If the path before you is clear, you are probably on someone else's. Where your fear is, there is your task. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. For better to come, good must stand aside. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Woe to those who live by examples. There is no life in them. If you live by example, you'll live the life of that example. But who will live your life but yourself? So live your own life. At first, you choose a partner based on appearance and enjoy it until you realize that your children will be raised not based on appearance, but based on values. No amount of success can compensate for failure at home. If people took back the pain they caused you, you'd lose the strength you gained. Man cannot stand a meaningless life. Shrinking away from death is something unhealthy and abnormal, which robs the second half of life of its purpose. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. Every person has three faces. Firstly, the one we show to the world and strangers. Secondly, the one we show to family, spouses, and close friends. And thirdly, the one we show only to ourselves. Not everything in this world should be your problem. Some things are simply none of your business. Focus on the issues that affect you directly. You will be much happier that way. Stop trying to make everyone love you. You need enemies to succeed. Sometimes, when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but actually, you've been planted. When you laugh, people laugh with you, and when you cry alone. The magic you are looking for is in the work you're avoiding. You can always earn money. It's not a big deal. Your world is not going to end because you don't have a fixed income. Something else will work out. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Nature hath given men one tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of one thing, in which it is right to be stingy. You can't litter negativity everywhere and wonder why you have a trashy life. Not everyone will make it to your future. Some people are passing through to teach you life lessons. If you waste money, you can earn it again. If you miss the moment, it can never be returned. Success is a loner's journey. You must learn to accept loss and make compromises. Putting off until tomorrow is your weakness. You can't always have a good day, but you can always face a bad day with a good attitude. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Your days are numbered. Use them to throw open the windows of your soul to the sun. If you do not, the sun will soon set, and you with it. Things work out when you least expect them. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we're not looking for it. Betrayal never comes from your enemies. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. The rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. In banquets, remember that you entertain 2 guests, body and soul. And whatever ye shall have given to the body, you soon eject. But what you shall have given to the soul, you keep always. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. He is the most powerful, who has power over himself. Don't compare yourself to others because no one can play your role better than you. No work is beneath you. The only thing that should be beneath you is your big ego. Work hard in silence and show your skills at the job you get rather than criticizing the job. Owning your truth can be hard, but not nearly as hard as spending your life running away from it. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. Whatever happens at all happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. Life, if well lived, is long enough. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Where you stand depends on where you sit. Appearances matter, and remember to smile. The best answer to anger is silence. Agreed. But nature set a limit on that, as it did on eating and drinking. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. Tread softly, breathe peacefully, laugh hysterically. He who is afraid needs dependence, as a weakened man needs support. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean you got something. It means you can give something away.